In this lesson, we'll continue detailing the handrails and glass panel system. Alright, so let's do some more work here. So I want to trim off this area. As you recall, this pole will actually run across here, and we won't actually be able to see this first pan here that's connected to our first step. So can't select it and explode it, so we're going to have to do a couple of tricks to get it trimmed off. And we have the same issue here. So to get that accomplished, let's start here on the bottom with the easy one. What we're going to do is we're going to create the structure for the bottom of this system here. So what we're going to do is we're going to offset. We're going to do it by an inch, which is that space between the, before it was the space between the stringer and the bottom of the rail, but this time it's going to be the space between the concrete and the bottom of the rail. But either way, we want that distance to be the same. I'm going to offset once again by 2 inches, and this will be the thickness of our structural piece here. So now what I can do is I can stretch this across. Actually, we could join those end pieces. I'll take this one and that one. We'll do the same thing for this one and this one. And then we could do some trimming here. So I'm going to trim off anything in between here as well as here. So we'll go trim. And we'll do some snipping here as well as here. So things are starting to look a lot better. So I could trim here between those two lines. Alright, so now this is starting to read as if it's in front of this staircase. So take this top area here, we can extend that over as well. And again, I'll do some trimming here. So we'll go trim. Get rid of that guy and this guy. Cool. So now, at this point, we need to start coming up with a trick to actually trim off anything where we have blocks that can't be exploded. Now, a way to do this, I use polylines to get this accomplished, so I'll show you a quick way. The main thing is just remembering your starting point. So what we're going to do is, this will be our starting point here. I'm simply going to trace what we do have. And I'm only going to trace the part of what we do have, and I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to delete anything I don't need. So now I can grab that piece that's kind of overlapping, I can erase that, and you can see that trim that off nicely. But what I need to do is go back, make sure we still have that, but we need to continue it on down here as well. So we'll do polyline. Make sure we'll actually see that bottom piece. Yep, we sure will. So we'll go polyline, we'll drop it down here, and we'll connect it up there, and now we should be able to see that trimmed out nicely. Like so. And we just need to connect that to here. Alright, so let's do the same thing for our larger pan here. So again, we'll do polyline, and I'm just going to, this will be my starting point. And I'm just going to trace and keep what I do need and erase anything I don't need. And we'll close it off. And it looks like we will see it connect back down here because this is a really large piece. So I'm going to do polyline one more time. Start there, and we'll shoot it across this way as well. Bring it down here. And I'll bring it back across to its starting point, which was right here. And now I should be able to click on this guy, erase it, and those should be trimmed out nicely, and they are, just as I wanted. And now this is starting to look like it's actually in front of this staircase. So there's a interesting way to, or quick way, to do some trim work of your blocks. It's really easy for ours here because our cross section is so simple, but it's a way to get it done. So now that we have pretty much everything cleaned up, I know how everything's going to look. Things are looking really good. Just see if we can't trim off some more line work. So I can see that needs to be trimmed out. So I'm liking where we're at. So what we're going to do next in the next lesson is we're going to add our hatch pattern for our glass. We're also going to take this and bring it up. I'll show you a quick way to take this and bring it up here in a way that you don't have to redraw everything all over again. And then we'll add some text and some more finishing touches to our drawing. So I'll see you in the next lesson.